Hey guys, welcome once again to another episode of Twin Flicks, a film channel for film lovers like yourself. I'm Paul, and today we were sent a Blu-ray to review that will not be released until January 22nd of 2019. This is from Arrow Video and it's from 1995. Kevin Costner stars in and directed by Kevin Reynolds, Waterworld.
Future. The polar ice caps have melted, and the Earth lies beneath a watery grave. Those who survived have adapted to a new world. Kevin Costner. Waterworld.
Now guys, before we begin this review will be a little bit longer than my typical reviews because Arrow's release of Waterworld comes with 3 different cuts. The 2-hour 16-minute theatrical cut, the 2-hour 56-minute director's cut, and the 2 hours and 57-minute international director's cut of the film. And I'm going to be reviewing each one and then let you guys know which version is the one to watch. But first, here are some Blu-ray specs. Waterworld is presented from Arrow Video in a box set that includes 3 Blu-ray discs, with each version of the film remastered in a new HD 1080p transfer and a brand spanking new 4K scan with a newly remastered DTS 5.1 surround mix and a 2.0 stereo mix, and preserves the theatrical aspect ratio of 1.85 to 1, meaning yes, the video does fill your entire screen. Alright guys, let's dive into the review. Now all 3 cuts of the film shine with this new 4K scan. It delivers with an amazingly crisp, bright, and clear image. The color palette is strong with high contrast and saturation levels. The reds and yellows, especially with the metal rust from old ships, and the ocean has some deep blues which looks gorgeous, along with bright blue skies. Skin tones are rich and looks nicely natural. Now, typically with Blu-rays, I look for the majority of problems within the black levels. Black levels is where you're going to find issues with heavy grain field and debris and age. With this Waterworld remastered versions, I found nothing here, or very little of it. The black levels are fine and even, and from what I could tell, it looks pretty solid. And as for the grain levels, it's very minimal. I found really no grain in it at all. Of course, there's some grain in it being mastered from a 35mm print, but it's very minimal and not bothersome at all. Now, I do have the Universal's 2009 Blu-ray release, which was a very lackluster and disappointing master, and it was very bare bones. And unlike Universal's release, I found really no evidence of age or issues with the 35mm print with debris or hair. And if there was some, it was very minimal, just like the grain. Guys, this is a rock solid video transfer on all 3 cuts of the film. I was very impressed by it. Alright guys, let's get into the audio. As I said, all 3 cuts include 2 different audio tracks, a DTS 5.1 lossless surround mix and a 2.0 stereo mix. First, let's start off with the stereo mix, which is pretty much useless. This is a high-octane, action-filled movie with gunfire, explosion, chases. It's Mad Max on water, and it needs to be heard in a bombastic surround mix. That said, being a stereo mix, which is very confined to the front speakers, the dialogue is clear and easy to understand. The music and sound effects are placed where they should be. There is some good panning between the two front speakers. If you don't have a home theater system or a sound bar that uses DTS or 5.1, and you're just watching this on a TV, then it's a great stereo mix. So let's get into the 5.1 mix. Now guys, back in '95, Waterworld was nominated for Best Sound at the Oscars, so this already has a great sounding audio track for the movie, and this newly mastered surround audio transfer on this Blu-ray is fantastic. You can easily tell a lot of attention went into the sound mix, and it's glorious. The dialogue is very sharp and clear and crisp. It's fixed where it should be in the center speaker, while off-screen dialogue is placed in the left or right speakers. The surround effects will give your home theater system a great workout with high dynamic range that's impactful, especially in scenes that have heavy gunfire and explosions. Likewise, the beautiful score from James Newton Howard is also very robust and exciting. The bass or subwoofer levels is very bombastic and gives the audio a lot of punch to the gut and stretches the surround levels to the max. Guys, the panning levels are also very strong. For an example, about 40 minutes in with the battle at the atoll, there is a gunship firing a high caliber gun at Kevin Costner and at the atoll. It pans from the gunship to Kevin Costner to the atoll, and the audio pans as the camera pans. It's very impressive. Also scenes with bullets firing from the rear to the front and explosions, and it all feels as if it's flying over you or completely surrounding you. The dialogue, music, and sound effects are all mixed evenly, and neither one overpower the other. And I found nothing in the way of audio dropouts or distortion. Guys, this is one of the best sounding 5.1 surround Blu-rays from Arrow Video and completely immerses you into the film. Alright guys, now let's get into those extras, and the special features are only included on the first disc that includes the theatrical version. While it's not jam-packed with a bunch of extras, it does have a great lineup. Here's the lowdown. The special features include a feature-length documentary, The Odyssey of Waterworld, which includes extensive cast and crew interviews, and that runs about an hour. It also includes an original 1995 featurette of the film's production, and it includes an interview with film critic Glenn Kinney, who discusses the themes of end-of-the-world movies, and it includes original trailers and TV spots. And this also includes an outstanding Blu-ray package. It includes 6 collector postcards, a double-sided collectible fold-out poster, a limited edition 60-page bound book, and a reversible sleeve featuring original artwork and newly composed artwork exclusive for this Arrow release. Alright, now how about the director's cut and the international director's cut? So both versions have the same footage except for one huge difference. The director's cut on disc 2 is the ABC broadcast version that aired, I believe, back in '96-97. And being this is the broadcast version that aired on ABC, it also means it's the censored version, which means they omit all the language and they also cut down on some of the more violent scenes. However, the international cut, which is dubbed the Odyssey cut, is the definitive version. It is the full director's cut, and it includes all the language, all the violence. This international director's cut also solves all the problems and some of the plot holes the theatrical cut had throughout the film, and a lot of people complained about with the movie. The international director's cut is a full movie and is the director's intended version of the film, and it's the one to watch. Alright guys, let's get into those Blu-ray scores. All across the board, for all 3 cuts, all 3 Blu-rays, I'm giving the video a 5 out of a 5, the audio a 5 out of a 5, and the extras, even though there's not a huge amount of extras, they're all great, especially the newer interviews. So I'm giving the extras a 5 out of a 5. Overall Blu-ray score, I'm giving a 5 out of a 5. It's a great box set from Arrow Video. As for the movie itself, I have a lot of fun with it. I've loved this movie ever since it came out in '95, and I'm giving it a 4.5 out of a 5. Yes, Waterworld has its problems along with some silly dialogue, and it's not Kevin Costner's best work, but it's a lot of fun to watch and has some great action scenes, some good direction, beautiful cinematography, the score is beautiful, and has one of the best video and audio presentations from Arrow Video. This is a perfect box set to pick up and add to your collection. Waterworld 3-disc collector's box set is available January 22nd, 2019 from Arrow Video and ranges for about $30. Well guys, that's our review for the newly mastered Blu-ray box collector's set edition of Waterworld from Arrow Video. I want to give a shout out to Arrow Video for sending us this awesome set so we can let you guys know ahead of time before its release date if it's worth shelling out your hard-earned money and adding to your collection, and it is. And I want to give a huge thanks to all of you guys out there. I've said this before and I'll say it again. We started this channel almost 3 years ago and it's grown a lot over the past year. We never in our wildest dreams thought we would ever hit 2,000 subscribers. We're at a loss for words, and the only way to give back, to say thank you to you guys, is by doing a giveaway. So for the entire year of 2019, I'm going to be giving away a monthly movie digital code for each month of 2019. And this is going to be for our YouTube channel for every subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you doing with your lives? Hit that subscribe button, join the Twin Flicks family, and if you're already a subscriber or if you just became a subscriber, welcome to the family, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when new videos drop. And stay tuned for some more Blu-ray reviews, and I have some film topic videos that I've been working on over the past year. Back even in 2018, I've been working on these videos that I'm really excited to share with you guys, and I'm hoping to have it up within the next couple of weeks. Again, as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the future.